Morning.
Good morning. I'm
How are
waiting for my students.
you? That always happens.
Yeah.
How you
Yes.
doing?
Okay.
All right. What time do you talk to Felipe?
12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll pray all goes well.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, it's like we can only do so much.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm
So,
curious. I don't know who the mysterious visit is today in the office.
he mentioned that, right? I hope he has time. Uh, Maybe somebody from the the embajada or something. You know how they always show up.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like I thought of that too. I thought the consulate, but it's like, why would they go? There's nobody there.
Or
I
or
mean,
maybe.
they never go when we're there, so it's like, why would they go?
Mhm. Or maybe they are. I don't know. I guess people from Secretaría de Salud or something to check.
Uh,
Maybe if they are asking if we are coming back to school or at least to the office, they want
that's
to
what I
be.
wondered.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I thought the consulate's closed. I can't get my passport,
Mhm.
so I thought they're not going to come. But then the only group of people I could think of was maybe Salud, because if we're talking about going back.
Mhm.
But I think I'm going to start going at least once a day. I mean, once a day, once a week. Because
Yeah.
I'm like going crazy here. It's like, no, 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 no. And I don't, like I find things here to do, and it's like, no, stop doing that. And then I'm working later to finish what I was supposed to finish earlier. And I thought, no, if I go to the office, then that's all I have to do is work. So I might do that.
Right. Okay. Now I have one student. Hi, Angela. How are you? Good morning.
Hello, teacher. Good morning. How are you?
Good. Good. Thank you. All right. Let's just wait 1 minute. We're gonna check if somebody else connects. If not, we're going to start. Okay. We'll start at
Yes.
10:04. All right. Well, we're gonna start, and let's see who joins during the course of the class. All right. So what we're going to do today, Angela, we're going to actually start with the. We're gonna watch and discuss about a TED Talk video.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to create the activity. Complete the activities that are related to this TED Talk video. And in the end of the, well, at the end or after that, if we have time, we are going to practice communicative, writing. So again, similar to the previous classes, we're going to have the class, well, at 10:05 until 11:20, 11:30 with time. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And we're gonna do the following. Okay, I have this. Can you see this new PowerPoint slide? Yes. All right. So it says in here, we have this phrase or expression. It says how to make stress your friend. And then I have this other question. I have, why do you think it's important to make stress your friend? What is your opinion about that? Why is it important, or why do you think it is important to make stress your friend?
Is referred to discuss or something? Something.
Okay, like to, what do you mean to discuss?
And to express your or I don't know, or trolls or
Okay, so to express how you feel, maybe that's what you're trying to say.
yes,
All right,
your feelings.
all right. So your feelings, your emotions. What about you, Sandra? What do you think this expression means?
Mm,
How to make stress your friend? What do you think it means?
maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's going to talk about your brain, and your brain is your friend.
Okay,
How do you can live with the stress
okay,
and reactions that you have?
all right. So pretty much similar to the things that we have discussed in the previous classes.
Yes, I think.
Right, well, we already did this. Now, I have this. We're actually going to watch the TED Talk video, not complete. We're gonna watch it in parts, but we're gonna listen to Kelly McGonigal. Okay,
Mhm.
and as it says in here, I'm going to read this information. It says that she is a psychologist at Stanford University. She is interested in helping people understand and apply the latest scientific findings in psychology and neuroscience and medicine. Kelly McGonigal's idea worth spreading is that if we can view, so her idea is that if we can view stress as our body's natural reaction to a difficult situation, it's better for our relationships, for health and happiness. So this is similar to what it says in here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now to continue, I have this. We are going to watch Kelly McGonigal's video, okay? Or talk about how to make stress your friend. But before we watch this, we're going to answer this question, okay? These questions
Okay.
or statements in the section previewing on page 21. So if you have your book with you, can you
Yeah.
open your book on page 21? And if you don't have the book yet, you can use this PowerPoint slide as a reference, okay? Instructions. It says, read the sentences below and guess if they are correct. You have to circle true, well, T for true or F for false. And then we're going to match the words involved to the definition, okay?
Okay.
All right, so please do that. And if the rest of you don't have the book, please do it from the PowerPoint presentation, okay?
Desgracia.
When you finish, let me know.
Ma,
Well, I think I finished.
All right. So Sandra finished. Angela and Heather, did you finish? No?
Mm,
Yes?
No, teacher.
No? Okay. All right, let's just wait one more minute and then we're going to check the answers that you have before we watch the video.
I
Ready?
finished.
Okay. So we have number 1. Who wants to help me read number 1?
Me.
Okay.
Chronic stress can cause serious health problems.
Okay. What did you put?
I think it's true.
All right. Sandra and Heather, what did you guys put?
True.
True. Okay.
True.
All right. Okay, my circle is big, but it's okay. Number 2, who wants to help me read number 2?
Me.
Okay.
The way you view stress can transform the way your body reacts to it. I think it's true.
Okay. And girls, what did you put?
True.
Okay. All right, so true as well. Number 3, who can help me read number 3?
Me.
Okay.
Stressful experience can increase your chance of dying by 30%.
What did you put?
I'm not sure. I think that it's more than 20%, so I think it's false.
Okay. And Heather and Angela, what did you guys put?
False.
Okay. All right. And I'm going to read number 4. So it says, people who are closer to their loved ones live relatively stress-free lives. What do you think? True or false?
True.
I think true.
Okay. So we have true for these statements. Now, we have A, B, C, D. So these are like the meaning or definition of the words involved. Which one do you think is in comparison with? Chronic? Relatively?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna put the number 4 just to connect this one to this. And then B, to change significantly.
Transform.
Okay, so it will be number 2. Long lasting.
Chronic.
And then we have number 3, which is experiences, which would be events or occurrences. Okay. Now, before we continue, what questions do you have with these statements or the words? Questions?
Mm,
No? All good?
just the pronunciation of relatively.
Relative.
Relatively.
Relative.
Like
Relatively. Relatively.
relatively.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So we're gonna continue. And well, like I mentioned at the beginning, we are going to watch a small part of the video, of the TED Talk video of Kelly McGonigal. And again, I'm going to refer back to the the heading. It says, how to make stress your friend. What are your predictions about what she will mention about making stress your friend, what do you think she's going to say? Because she is going to tell us stress is your friend, stress is not your enemy, probably. But what are your predictions? What do you think she will say?
Mhm.
Mm, well, I
Like,
think that she's going to talk about that some levels of stress can be good for doing many things.
Okay. And what about the rest of you? What do you think she's going to talk about, or she's going to mention?
maybe she's going to mention like tips or recommendations.
Okay. Yes, that's good. And Heather, what do you think?
I think that she mentioned the the relationship, how to have the control,
Okay.
how you control your mind
Okay. All right. Very good.
and
And
to do happy
to do what, sorry?
and to do all happy with happiness.
Okay, to do everything with happiness. All right.
Okay.
Okay. And well, Gerardo, I don't know if you have any idea about what you think we're going to watch about the video. What predictions can you make?
I'm sorry, I just entered the session.
Okay, so don't worry. I'm gonna explain briefly. We are going to watch a video of Kelly McGonigal, and she's going to explain to us how to make stress your friend. But we are making some predictions about this, so I don't know what you think. Maybe she's going to say to us.
Uh, how to stress my friend? Like a friend?
No, how to make stress your friend. No?
Like how to know them?
Yes.
Uh, I don't know. Maybe with the TV with a lot of audio.
Okay. All right. So that can be maybe like a tip. All right. So we don't know what she's going to say, but we're going to watch the video. In this case, well, we were going to be separated, but no. Um, uh, let's see, how many people were we right now? We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, yeah, you know what? This is what I'm going to separate you, okay, before we actually continue to the next part. And it's gonna be, for example, Sandra and Gerardo, you two are going to work together, okay? And then Angela, Eder, and Javier, you three are going to work in a separate breakout room, okay?
Mhm.
You're gonna work for 5 minutes, and this
Yeah.
is what you're going to do. Some of you gave me some predictions, but I want you to make a list, okay, of what you think she is going to share about making stress your friend, okay? You already gave me some sentences, but I want you to make a list with the people from your group of 5 things that you think she's going to mention in the video, okay?
Okay.
All
Okay.
right, and then you're going to share with the group when we come back. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so how many minutes do you have to complete the activity?
5 minutes.
5. All right, so let me just share this in the WhatsApp group, and then I'm gonna send you to the breakout room. Hold on a second. Please give me 1 minute. Let me know when you receive the message in the WhatsApp group. Did you receive the message?
Yes, teacher.
All right, so please accept the invitation to the breakout room. Okay.
mm,
Give me a second.
okay, Let-
Maybe
let me download
yes.
picture. Mm,
Um, well,
I think that it will give us a secret of the happiness
okay.
to live without stress.
Mhm. Yeah, there.
Stress. So
I was thinking that maybe she's going to talk about that some levels of stress can be good for you to resolve some things.
maybe, I mean, I think that she will give us example like, I don't know, invite people to her house without asking. Like, that should be really annoying. Or call them by an embarrassing nickname. Like things that triggers you.
Yes, I think that
The chat.
Okay.
Kelly, ¿cómo dice?
Eh?
Kelly. Her name is
How to
Kelly.
treat stress.
Kelly.
Kill you what?
Kelly is my friend. Kelly will give
Oh. Wait. Mm. Okay. This is number 1, 2, 2. How to treat. Stress for I don't know. Oh, the happy. Okay. Is it for you want to try?
Okay, we're back. Let's just wait for the people from the other group to come back, and then we're all gonna share the tips. All right, they're back. Okay, so in this case, what are some of the things? I don't know what group wants to start, but who wants to tell me some of the tips? Well, and share with the group some of the things that you think Kelly is going to talk about in her video. Who wants to mention something? I don't know, maybe from the group of Javier, Angela, and Eder. What can you tell us?
How to treat stress, maybe.
Okay.
Like
Katie will,
basic tips. Sorry.
Kelly will tell us how to fall in love with my friend stress.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Anything else? Anything else you discussed about? Javier, something that you want to share? All right. And Sandra and Gerardo, what did you guys mention?
Well, I said that she's going to talk about some levels of stress can be good.
Mhm.
Another way can be how to embrace your stress. And I
Okay.
think another item, it can be how to coach the level of your stress and have a good reaction.
Okay. All right. Yes. It's actually something related or connected to that. And Gerardo, something that you want to add or mention?
Well, no, it's practically what Sandra said.
Mhm.
I think that she will tell us that maybe tips like if you want to start your friend, you should invite people to their house without asking, and
Oh,
that will make you feel stressed.
okay. All right. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna change the presentation slide, and we're gonna go this. Like I said at the beginning, we are not going to watch the complete video, and actually we're going to break the video in 3 parts. So part 1, before we actually start watching the video, I want you to read this 1 and 2. Okay, I'm gonna ask you to read the questions, and then we're gonna watch the video for you to answer. Okay, so question number 1, it says, what helped McGonagall change her mind about stress? And then we have the option, a personal experience or the results of a study. And question 2, it's who has the lowest risk of death? And we have 2 options. People who don't experience a lot of stress, but who believe that stress is dangerous. And option B, people who experience a lot of stress, but who think that stress isn't harmful. Okay. We're gonna watch the video, and I want you to pay attention to these 2 questions, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Let me just. Can you see the software of the book?
Yeah.
Very good. So now I'm gonna play the video. Hold on.
For years, I've been telling people stress makes you sick. It increases the risk of everything from the common cold to cardiovascular disease. Basically, I've turned stress into the enemy. But I've changed my mind about stress. And today, I want to change yours. Let me start with the study that made me rethink my whole approach to stress. This study tracked 30,000 adults in the United States for 8 years, and they started by asking people, how much stress have you experienced in the last year? They also asked, Do you believe that stress is harmful for your health? And then they used public death records to find out who died. Okay, some bad news first. People who experienced a lot of stress in the previous year had a 43% increased risk of dying. But that was only true for the people who also believed that stress is harmful for your health. People who experienced a lot of stress but did not view stress as harmful were no more likely to die. In fact, they had the lowest risk of dying of anyone in the study, including people who had relatively little stress. So this study got me wondering, can changing how you think about stress make you healthier? And here the science says yes. When you change your mind about stress, you can change your body's response to stress.
Okay, so in this case, we're gonna go to the questions before we, let me just move this so you can all see. Do you have the answer for question number 1? It says, what helped McGonigal change her mind about stress? A personal experience or the results of a study?
B.
The result
Yes.
of study.
All right, we're gonna check if it's correct in a moment. And number 2, it says, who has the lowest risk of death? The people who experience a lot of stress but believe that is dangerous, or the ones that experience stress but don't think that is harmful?
B.
Letter B.
Okay. Let's see. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Now, do you guys agree with this? Even though it's from a study, but do you guys agree with this or no?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna, before we actually continue, let me go back to the, can you see the PowerPoint presentation?
Mhm.
Very good. Now, before we continue, what questions do you have with this part of the video? All good? Or do you want to check something before we continue?
I think it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna continue. And I'm gonna show you this. Hold on a second. Right, there you go. So I have this part, and it says, if you were always stressed and they tell you you could get sick or die because of the stress, what would you do to change that? If they tell you this, like, what would you do to change that? And I'm going to ask you to put it in the Zoom chat, and I put an example in here. So if I were always stressed and I could get sick, in my case that's what I put, I would make a list of the things that make me feel stressed and change them, or I would do exercise. Okay, so what I want you to do is use the chat from Zoom, and I'm gonna give you like 3 or 4 minutes for you to write down the things that you would do if somebody tells you that you could get sick or die because of stress. Okay, and then we're gonna discuss a little bit about this. Okay. Okay, yeah, more organized. Yes, definitely. All right, Sandra, good. Okay, so try to do less things at the same time. Definitely. Okay, okay, yeah. Practice with eating healthy. Yes, it's important. We can be multitask, but sometimes we cannot be multitask. All right.
Right.
What about the rest? Angela, Javier, Eder, Gerardo, what can you share?
Well, when I'm in a situation that's, I'm in constant stress, and that's kind of making me feel sick. Uh,
Okay.
the what I will tell myself is that you have to sleep more to be prepared for the next day.
Okay. So yeah, rest is important. Okay, Angela. So you would practice some sport and organize your time. Yes. I wish I could express. Yeah, definitely expressing your feelings. I think that's important as well. And other, okay, to similar to what Gerardo mentioned, to sleep well, exercise, and not like take anything too personal. That's interesting, and it's important as well. Okay, I think. Well, Javier, I don't know if you have something to add. Okay. Mm, okay, so try to be more happy or try to experience more happiness. Yes, if you have this this feeling, you can live more. I agree. If you're happy, definitely. All right. Okay, so you have pretty good ideas of the things that you. I mean, you have very good ideas on on the things that you would probably change if somebody tells you this. Okay. So moving on from this, well, you already did this. Um. Okay. In the video, Kelly McGonigal. let's see, Okay, that's true, Heather. Yes, if you control your mind, you control your body. That's true. All right. So moving on from this part. Okay. Let's see who. Hold on. It's insane. Okay. All right. So we have Kelly McGonigal, and it says, or she mentioned in the video. So my goal as a health psychologist has changed. I no longer want to get rid of your stress. I want to make I want to make you better at stress. What do you think what do you think make you better at stress means? What do you think? What is she trying to say to us when she says I want to make you better at stress. What do
Oh,
you imagine?
as the paper say, the people start to die more when they think that the stress is harmful for themselves. So what she's trying to tell us is that you don't have to think that way, so the stress don't affect you and don't die first.
Hmm.
Like if as long as believe the stress is not harmful for yourself, it won't be as bad that it could be.
Definitely. Okay, I agree with what you mentioned. Anybody else who wants to add something or to mention something? Or do you agree with what Gerardo mentioned?
I think, I don't know, is when you can handle stress, maybe.
Okay, so when you can handle stress. Anyone else who wants to share?
Mm, I think that it refers that she is going to try to change your point of view about what is the meaning of the stress.
Okay, yes. So like most of the things that you mentioned are connected. All right. So we're gonna let's see. Well, you already told me this. So in a way, what she's trying to say, or what she is saying, is that she wants to help us change, as you mentioned, the way we view stress, so we can experience positive benefits instead of like the negative things that we always think. Like when we are stressed, we normally don't think positive. Positively. We think negatively, and that's what she wants to change. Okay. Do you agree with this or no?
Yes.
All right. So now we're gonna do this. All right. This is the next part of this. We before we actually watch the second part of the video, we have this heading. I put the social stress test. What is it? Okay. And then I have the instructions in here. What I'm going to ask you to do is you're gonna go to Google in a moment. Google or Firefox or whatever like website you use, and you're going to look for this Trier social stress test, and you can click on the Wikipedia site, okay? Because that's the one that describes more information about this. I want you to read the first part, okay? Read the information that Wikipedia mentions, and then in your own words, you're going to explain, sorry, to us what the test is about. Whatever you understand, okay? But for this, I am again going to separate you in pairs or in groups of 3 so that you can discuss and then come back with the definition or the explanation in your own words, okay? Yes?
Okay.
All right. So I guess we can work with the same people that than before. I'm gonna give you 6 minutes just for you guys to read with no pressure, and so you can prepare the the definition with your own words. Okay. I'm going to send
Okay.
the link of Wikipedia to the WhatsApp group, so you can just click in there. Let me just.
Teacher, we have to leave. We have to read all the article.
No, only the first part because the like all the article it really gives you a lot of information. So with the first part, that's fine.
Just the description.
Yeah, because
Okay.
that's what we're gonna need. Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
welcome.
Okay.
Yes, it's like a thesis, social stress in general, the people.
Yes. Mhm.
And af-
Information.
after that is like a scientific test. You, Javier?
I think I don't know what is the methodology, but
Okay.
in the text say the expert
I think
Oh,
I have it.
you first.
Okay. Well, the trial social stress test is an activity that they practice in a laboratory, and I think that they want to study how the people react to some stressful situations, and they have to try to understand if their reaction can be the same as many of the persons or if it's different, and how these reactions impact in their body, like in their heart or in their pressure, sorry. And this kind of study was created in 1993, and I don't know what else do you want to add.
Well, I'll just read the first two lines about what it is.
oh,
Can you?
Did you
I
guys
didn't
finish?
hear you. Yes.
All right. Let me just make sure so we can go back to the principal group. Let me talk to the other group to see if they finished.
Okay.
All right. Did you guys finish, Gerardo? Sandra?
Yeah.
All right. So let me just.
I mean, we don't know, but at least we at
Yeah.
least say
What do
what
you
we
put?
think.
Yes. Don't worry, because the what I want is for you guys to kind of identify the importance of this test because we're gonna watch this in the next part of the video. Right. So I think everybody is here. Well, Javier is missing, but well, we do have to continue. All right. So based on what you okay, he's back. Based on what you read and or discussed, what is the like? What is it? What does this social stress test do, or what is it?
I think that this test was designed to know how people react to some kind of stressful situations and the impact that they have in their bodies. And this test is practiced on a laboratory, and it was created in 1993.
Okay. And what about the rest? Who wants to share something about what you understood the purpose of the video?
I think that is a study scientific for the university in NUSU. The results are good in the persons.
Okay. What about the rest? Anybody else wants to add something? Or is it all good? Do you understand the purpose? Okay.
Yes.
So now what we're gonna do is this, like I said before, we are breaking the video in 3 parts. So now we're gonna focus on part number 2. Sorry. Part number 2, what I want you to do is this. I want you to read these 3 statements, okay? Because then we're gonna watch the video. After we watch the video, we're going to answer what is a Harvard social stress test according to Kelly McGonigal, okay? So who wants to help me read statement A?
Me.
Okay.
Participants were told that the symptoms of stress that they experienced during the test were positive. They led to them having relaxed blood vessels.
Okay. Blood vessels. All right.
Blood vessels.
Part B. Letter B. Who wants to help me read letter B?
Me.
Okay.
Participants were asked to constantly lower their breathing and heart rate before taking part in the test. This led to them having relaxed blood vessels.
Okay. Very good. And letter C. Who wants to help me read?
Me.
Okay.
Participants were categorized based on how they viewed the stress. Those who viewed the stress as positive had relaxed blood vessels.
Blood vessels. Yes. Blood vessels. All right. So before we watch the video, something that you are not sure about in these 3 sentences, a word or something you don't understand? Or is it all good?
I think all good.
All right. So now we're going to go to the book. Hold on. And let me just change the page. Now we're going to continue on page 22. Oh, I think I made it too big. Okay. We're going to focus on this one.
Now, to explain how this works, I want you all to pretend that you are participants in a study designed to stress you out. It's called the social stress test. You come into the laboratory and you're told you have to give a 5-minute impromptu speech on your personal weaknesses to a panel of expert evaluators sitting right in front of you. And to make sure you feel the pressure, there are bright lights and a camera in your face, kind of like this. And the evaluators have been trained to give you discouraging nonverbal feedback, like this. Now, if you were actually in this study, you'd probably be a little stressed out. Your heart might be pounding, you might be breathing faster, maybe breaking out into a sweat. And normally we interpret these physical changes as anxiety or signs that we aren't coping very well with the pressure. But what if you viewed them instead as signs that your body was energized, was preparing you to meet this challenge? Now, that is exactly what participants were told in a study conducted at Harvard University. Now, in a typical stress response, your heart rate goes up and your blood vessels constrict like this. And this is one of the reasons that chronic stress is sometimes associated with cardiovascular disease. It's not really healthy to be in this state all the time. But in the study, when participants viewed their stress response as helpful, their blood vessels stayed relaxed like this. Their heart was still pounding, but this is a much healthier cardiovascular profile. It actually looks a lot like what happens in moments of joy and courage. Over a lifetime of stressful experiences, this one biological change could be the difference between a stress-induced heart attack at age 50 and living well into your 90s. And this is really what the new science of stress reveals, that how you think about stress matters. So my goal as a health psychologist has changed. I no longer want to get rid of your stress. I want to make you better at stress.
Okay, so based on what she mentioned, let's see, which one summarizes the purpose of the Harvard social stress test? A, B, or C? What do you think? Were you able to get it, or do you want to listen one more time?
Letter B.
Okay, letter B. Everybody agrees?
Yes, I think it's letter B.
Okay, let's see. It's letter A. So in this case, it says participants were told that the symptoms of stress that they experienced during the test were positive, and this led them having relaxed blood vessels. Okay.
Can I see the question again, please?
Yes, in here I have it's this one. Which option best summarizes the social stress test and its outcome? Yes?
Yes.
I don't know if you have a question with this, Gerardo.
Yeah, I actually don't understand the lecture, or what she told us was about, well, she explained us what's the test, that you will be in a stressful situation. They will give you like bad attitudes to make you feel more stressed. And the question is talking about other subjects, or I don't understand.
Yeah, the question is talking about the test. So in this case, it says, again, I'm going to repeat the question. It says, which option, so A, B, or C, best summarizes, so summarizes would be maybe, we can also say best, yeah, the Harvard social stress test and its outcome. The outcome would be the result. So the definition of the Harvard social stress test, so what is it and what normally is the result? So according to her, in this particular test, they tell participants that the symptoms of stress that they, like when they were doing this test, all of their symptoms that they had or that they experienced were positive. This meant, or it means that the blood vessels, they were relaxed. They were not like when somebody tells you, you know what, okay, I'm gonna be very extremist, but maybe when somebody tells you, you know what, you are going to die tomorrow, and then you start to get really, really, really stressed, and your heart rate starts to like pound, like go boom, 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 and you are stressed, you're not relaxed. So according to this test, they did all of these activities or maybe these questions, and instead of feeling like pum 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 like the heart, they were relaxed. That was a result of, or the outcome of the test. But all of this meant that the symptoms, they were positive, they were not negative.
Yes, because they told something that before that they experiment that kind of symptoms, they know that it was like their body was preparing for the situation.
Exactly.
I'm sorry for asking, but is this question the same as the last one, like the one you asking us?
No.
I don't.
Yeah, no, it's not the same question.
Well, my question or my doubt was about the last one. I don't understand why the answer was B instead of B.
No, but because this one refers to this part. Like the answers in this case refers to this part, not to the one that I had in the PowerPoint. No. Or what do you mean?
Yeah, like you asked us the previous question, like which one, A, B, or C, and I answered B, and you told us that the answer was A, and I didn't understand why, and this is another question.
No, it's the same question.
No, it's the same question. But the answer is not this. Like the correct one according to this question, based on the video, is option A. Like that's what she mentioned in the video about the test and the result of the test. I don't know if that's clear, or I don't know if you still have that question.
Okay.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me just go back to the book. Hold on. To the PowerPoint presentation. Close it. Are you talking about this question, like what is a Harvard social stress test according to Kelly McGonigal? Or no, Gerardo?
No. I was asking the one that you showed me, the one that is one in the activity.
Oh, okay.
Not that one. You already showed me.
Okay. All right. Now, if you were to take the test, I mean, if you had the opportunity, or somebody tells you, you know what, we want you to take the Harvard social stress test, would you take it or no?
I mean, it depends on why do I have to take it. If it's for work, I don't have options.
But if they tell you, we're doing this investigation and we would like to invite you, would you do it?
If I don't have to, nah, I won't do it.
Okay. What about the rest of you? Would you do it or no?
Yes.
Okay. Why would you do it?
Because I think that it will be interesting to know the reaction and maybe to be part of this kind of tests, the experience, I think.
All right. And the rest of you, would you do it?
Me, yes, but only if I have a lot of stress problems.
Okay. All right. And Angela and Heather, what do you think?
Yes, I will take the test.
Okay. And Angela?
Yes, me too, teacher.
All right. Very good. And let's see.
Is finished the class today?
No. We're going to finish at 11:20, 11:25, more or less.
No, but the test.
Ah, eh, we would have to see. I think that there is a website where
Okay.
we can do the test, but let me check it later and I'll let you know to the WhatsApp in the
Thank
WhatsApp
you.
group. Alright. So now we're gonna watch the final part. Oh, sorry. We're gonna watch. Oh, here. We're gonna watch the final part of the video. But before we watch, these are some statements that we have in here. What I want you to do is select the statements that you imagine Kelly would agree on. Okay, and then we're gonna watch the video to see if what you selected is correct or not. So if you think that she agrees that the harmful stress effects, sorry, the harmful effects of stress on your health are inevitable, you check it. If you think that she will say it's more important to view stress differently than avoid stress, then you say you select it. If you think she is going to say that forming greater social connections is a good way of dealing with stress, you select. And if you think she is going to say individuals have the ability to control stress, how stress affects them, you select it. Okay?
Okay.
And then we're gonna watch the video. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to watch the video, the third part of the video, and we're gonna check if what you selected is the same as what Kelly would say or will agree on.
Finish by telling you about one more study. And listen up, because this study could also save a life. This study tracked about 1,000 adults in the United States, and they ranged in age from 34 to 93. And they started the study by asking, how much stress have you experienced in the last year? They also asked, how much time have you spent helping out friends, neighbors, people in your community? And then they used public records for the next 5 years to find out who died. Okay, so the bad news first. For every major stressful life experience, like financial difficulties or family crisis, that increased the risk of dying by 30%. But, and I hope you are expecting a but by now, but that wasn't true for everyone. People who spent time caring for others showed absolutely no stress-related increase in dying, 0. Caring created resilience. And so we see once again that the harmful effects of stress on your health are not inevitable. How you think and how you act can transform your experience of stress. When you choose to view your stress response as helpful, you create the biology of courage. And when you choose to connect with others under stress, you can create resilience. Now, I wouldn't necessarily ask for more stressful experiences in my life, but this science has given me a whole new appreciation for stress. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So according to what you watched on the video, what do you think which statement would Kelly McGonigal agree with?
For me,
The
the
hormone,
social connection is a good way of dealing with stress.
Okay, this one. Anything else?
the harmful effects the stress in your health are inevitable.
Okay. Anything
No,
else?
I think that it's not
The last
correct.
one.
Okay, this one. All right. So we're gonna check, and let's see if what you have is correct. Okay. All right. So this one is the one that we would have to change for this, because what she's mentioning is that one, we have to see stress different, like than what we normally do. Like instead of negative, try to see it positive. As she's mentioning in here, like great, like social connections, but like good social connections, like people who want to make you like better. It's a good way to deal with stress as well. And as you guys have been mentioning from the beginning of this class, like having the ability to control the stress as well. Okay. Questions that you have with this?
No.
No.
All right. So moving on from this. PowerPoint. We are actually going to talk about these 3 questions. So question number 1, it says, do you agree with what Kelly McGonigal mentioned about stress? And then, based on what she mentioned, have your views about stress changed? That's question number 2. And question number 3 is, do you think your body will respond to stress in the future? Sorry, again, I'm gonna, how do you think your body will respond to stress in the future based on the TED Talk video that you just saw? Okay. So what I'm going to ask you to do, well, I don't think it's necessary for us to separate, so I'm actually going to change this. But I'm not going to participate, but I do want you guys to have a conversation here in the group and discuss these 3 questions, okay? Again, I'm not going to participate. I'm just going to be listening. So I don't know who wants to start these questions.
I can start if you want.
All right, yes.
Well, I'm agree with what Kelly McGonigal mentioned about stress. And my views, stress, of course, change. Just because she knows about this area, she has experience, and because she's talking about a serious test and information that is verified. And how do I think that my body will respond to stress in the future based on the talk video? Well, I think that maybe in the first reactions will be the same that I have, because I have to be more conscious about my reactions to start changing the way that I think about. And maybe it will take some time, but I think that it can change in the future.
Okay. All right. Very good. What about the rest? Who wants to share something? Well, everybody has to mention like something related to the question. So I don't know if you want volunteers or do you like victims?
For me, it's the same. Stress is for everyone. I think stress is for the negative thinking we have, and for this reason, we have bad things. For example, Kelly say if you think in other form, you have to control the stress, and your life is different with this thinking.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, I think what you mentioned, like if we're thinking it like negatively, then it's just going to be dangerous for us. But we do have to change that idea of stress being negative. That's true. Okay, thank you. Javier, who wants to be next? All right, so you like victims then. Well, Gerardo, I don't know if you want to continue.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have too much to say because yes, I'm totally agree with the psychology and my Kelly.
Mhm.
Have you view about stress change? No, I was of the team that thinks that if you don't think that the stress is bad for you, it won't be bad for you.
Mhm.
And how do you think your body will respond to stress in the future based on the test? I mean, it won't change because uh, I was on that team from the start.
Okay. All right. Very good. So yes, I think I mean you have very clear points of view in terms of stress, and that's good. All right, Angela or Eder, who wants to be next or to continue?
Me,
Mm,
no te creas tú. Dani.
Okay. In my case, I think I agree with Kelly McConnell. And his views about the stress change, I think for me is important for change the thoughts or feelings or and the safe and the next is the safest thing is that I don't know he will have health problems in the future
All
and I
right.
think
Mhm. Anything else you want to add?
Okay. Well, it's very interesting that Kelly mentioned, and I agree. I don't know all, but I understand a little, but I need to investigate more. And in my opinion, her opinion, yes, is the things are changing in my mind, and it's true. The body responds with the stress, and the future you don't know, but in this moment you have a grow up problem with your health, with your mind, because when you grow, when you wake up, since you wake up, have a problem, so you need to express your feelings because the body respond with six diseases, and it's complicated for the future, and it's necessary to have to control the emotions with the moment or with the other person, because all person are stressed, and maybe can be um trans how do you say transmitir
To transmit?
to transmit her emotion, and it's very bad for the body.
Yes, that's definitely true. And I think everybody like the everybody here has mentioned that like the feelings or emotions that we have, if they are negative, it's very easy for us to like get sick, or I mean if we're talking about people who are extremely stressed, I mean, even though, as Kelly mentioned in the video, it is not like at risk, but if they are like constantly stressed and they see it negative, like instead of having positive solutions, they only focus on the negative. They are, I mean, I know people, unfortunately, that have died because of like heart attacks or well, yeah, heart attacks, and mostly it's because they, like, the stress was too much, and they were not able to like come up with a solution to change that. So we, as you mentioned, all of you, we just have to be positive and change that idea of stress is negative. Okay. All right. So right now it's 11:25. I think for now we're going to stop. Next class, what we're going to do, we're going to talk a little bit more about not stress, but more like giving advice. And we are going to focus on the grammar. We were going to do it today, but I changed it. So we're going to talk about grammar next class and about giving advice or recommendation, okay?
Okay.
All right, so for now, that's it. I am not going to give you homework right now, probably on Friday. But for now, that will be it, okay? Thank you for attending the session, and I will see you next Friday.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
See
you.
you.
Well, have a nice
Bye-bye.
day, all people.
You too.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.